What's going on, people? It's Mr. Doe back again with the previous show, and we're back, people. The football's back at last. Competitive football, Premier League football. How is everyone? Big game for Nottingham Forest. We are heading to the theatre of sleep or theatre of boring, whatever people want to call it these days. Sorry, Maisie, I had to bring it in. People, how excited are you to be back? Premier League football is back. If you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment below, people. What is your score predictions for tomorrow's game? And I will read them out at the end of the stream. Right, we've got a special guest. We've got the usual guests. We've got the famous one from Kuwait. People, show some love to everyone. Qatar. People, show some love to everyone in the stream. Let's introduce to the Qatar leader. That she's been given so much love. She's been given like 1,000 friends requests. I can carry on. Ellie, how are you, Ellie? Amolo?
I'm good, thank you very much. I mean, as much as I love watching England, I am so excited to see Forest. I cannot wait.
What about you, Molo?
Same. And can we give the ground its proper name, please? Because you have to remember, people of a certain age, and hence the grey hair. So all the Forest old boys will know this. I like to call it the theatre of happy memories because I've been to Old Trafford so many times and seen us win FA Cup matches, smash them 4-0 in the league, Stuart Pearce free kicks with the whole Stretford end singing "Who Lost the World Cup." Just goes on. Scott Gemmell ruining their title chances when there's only 600 others. I've just, obviously that's probably not going to happen tomorrow, but still, it's the theatre of happy memories for Forest fans. Let's not forget that.
We've got a special guest, Man U fan. She's been on this channel before. I've just come off her channel as well. So people in the chat, please show some love to Maisie. Maisie, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you, Mr. Doe. How are you? And it's been half an hour since I last seen you. I was missing you already.
Yeah, I think is it because you want to go on a date with me? Because you want to? That's all it is, isn't it? So tell everyone.
I think you're making me blush here. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. As you know, people, Maisie's got a YouTube channel. Do a little shout out to your channel, Maisie.
My YouTube channel's Devils United. We're not silent of dreams, just as Mr. Doe says, but Manchester United content on there for men and also the women's football. So if you want to obviously learn more about the women's football as well as hearing opinions about the men's football, you can check me out through there.
As well. And I forgot to do a little shout out to Ellie. Ellie's got a YouTube channel as well. She was at Qatar as well. So people as well, do a massive help for Ellie. Our YouTube channel is in the link as well in the description for everyone. Go and follow her. I think she's gone past. You're gone past 200, aren't you, Ellie? Is it 200 people you're gone past now? Is it? Sure it has. Yeah, you're gone past.
Something like that. Might be.
Yeah,
That's probably family.
Yeah.
So people as well. Make sure everyone shows some love to Ellie. Make sure everyone follows Maisie as well. The YouTube channels. So people will be on for 25 minutes. Usual previous show as well. So let me talk to you. I'm going to talk to Marlo and Ellie. Like I said, it's been a long time. Forest are back tomorrow. Let's start with you, Marlo. How excited are you for the game tomorrow?
I'm looking forward to getting back. I'm not going to lie. As much as I do like an away trip, the fact we've only scored 1 goal away from home and only got 2 points makes me hope for a 0-0. Plus, having been out of the Premier League for so long, sorry, Maisie, I've forgotten how much we all hate Man United now. Everybody hates Man United because they're not very good at the moment. You kind of forget how arrogant their fans are. But there's been so many, not you, of course, Maisie. There's been so many clips. There's been so many clips from games gone by. And you've got even on the comments, she's getting overtaken by all these cockneys from London supporting Man United. And they're all, they just do my nut. And I was watching a video clip came up where I've never watched it in 20 odd years, where Solskjaer came on as sub and that. And I hadn't realised how many of the Man United fans were taking our tickets either in that time. I know they can't do that anymore because we've got that rubbish ticket office guy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm a little bit nervous too. Because we're not great away from home at the moment. And having seen Marcus Rashford in the flesh over in Qatar, he looks a different animal to what he was 2 or 3 years ago. He looked really, really good, to be fair. Quick, powerful, skill, all the things he thought he could be, but beefed up, if that makes sense. Because he was only a youngster, wasn't he, when he burst onto the scene? He looks like he spent time in the gym. His confidence is up. I'm sure Steve Cook and co will manage him.
What about you, Elliot? Are you excited for the back to football?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've really missed Forest fans. I've missed going away with Forest fans. I've missed singing City Ground, Mull of Kintyre. I'm so excited to play. I mean, I know it's going to be difficult, I think is a nice way of putting it. But I think I just want Forest to perform well. I mean, if we perform well and we still lose, that's not great. No one wants that. But I don't want their confidence to be knocked. Recently, what is it now after Blackburn? How many games?
1 in 6 or 7
Yeah,
they've lost.
1 loss out of 6. 6?
Yeah, but that was a 5-0 at Arsenal. We don't want that again
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. But I think a lot of our players are starting to perform. I mean, Jay Lings has just been brilliant recently. Morgan Gibbs, I know. Honestly, every single photo I've been taking, I've got a long collection of Jay Lings photos. And I think Morgan Gibbs-White is really starting to.
Is he fit though? I don't think he's going to be fit to play tomorrow.
God, I hope
I've heard a rumour, and I probably shouldn't say this live as well. I've heard a rumour Hennessy's injured.
Oh no, I saw that.
That's not happen. I don't think that's. I think he's just playing. You know what Cooper's like.
I heard it from quite a good source. That's what's worrying me. He's not that he's definitely injured, but he's touch and go.
I've seen that.
And much as I love Jordan Smith, we've got 2 international keepers, and our third keeper's obviously going to be a big, difference between those 2. Yeah. That'd be a massive
loss. So Maisie, like I said, you're a Man U fan. It's been a crazy season for you. We're not going to talk about that Portuguese player. We're going to talk about the other one, the Fernandes.
Okay, I'm feeling a bit happier now.
Why? Talk to people. Why do you feel happy about it? And if there's any Man U fans in the chat, are you happy Ronaldo's gone? Maisie, what do you feel about it?
I was a little girl, I was about 5 or 6 when Ronaldo first came to Man United. So when he first came, I loved him. He was one of my favourite players. Like the Portsmouth goal, absolutely sensational. He won us the Champions League as well. So I love all them kind of memories. When he comes back, I thought, oh, this is brilliant. He's actually said he said for years he's coming back, and he actually has. I'm so happy. But I agree with what he said about the owners. But the way he's thrown the manager under the bus, he's a new manager at Manchester United, and what Manchester United fans need to do, which I don't think they all do, we need to get behind the manager. Is it been a matter of months? We can already see a clear process, and he's clearly opened his mouth because he isn't liking that he's got lack of game time. Because he had all the game time in the world, but he was disrespected last season, but he didn't want to call it out. But he's happy to call it out now. He's not getting the game time. Not just, even if he took away from Manchester United, he was disrespectful to the Portuguese manager, Santos. But the way he was in that South Korea game, and he didn't applaud Ramos for his first goal under Portugal. So it's just them little things, and I think we need to get rid of them kind of egos at Manchester United. It's not about who is the history of Manchester United, it's the present. We need to concentrate on players who are benefiting the manager, who's benefiting the side, and move on from there. We can't keep dwelling on the past saying Ronaldo's won us everything, he should stay. It's about now and what we can do moving forward, because even if none of this happened, he's not a clear future. He's got 2 more years left in him. That's not good enough for the next 5 years to win a title. So we needed a younger striker, a hungrier striker, because when he played, he literally had his head down constantly. So I'm glad he's left, and hopefully we'll see the best more out of some other players.
Molo, are you worried about if Ronaldo's gone? Do you think Man U might step up a little notch?
Really. Look, let's get this clear, because obviously I'm a little bit older, and he may not be the player he was, but last season Ronaldo, and it's not for me to talk about other clubs in some ways. It just happens we're playing them tomorrow. He scored 20 odd goals in a dysfunctional side. As not a neutral exactly, but standing back and looking at it, I think what he went through last year, I can't imagine as a dad going through, and that's going to change you, affect you, etc., etc. Yeah, he's opened his mouth, and obviously he's got his story, and everyone else has got theirs. But you don't score 20 odd goals in the Premier League one year and become crap the next. Well, I suppose you can if your legs go. But his legs had gone anyway to a point.
Yeah.
So it's not. Let's put it this way: if it weren't for his ego, I'd love to have him up front for us. The chances we've missed over this season, he would have probably scored 15 goals by now. But I am very worried. Like I said, I think him going, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but watching on TV and stuff, him going seems to have kind of nailed Rashford into the side as long as he's playing well. And Rashford, like I say, for England, he really impressed me. I actually felt he should have started games more, having seen what he was in. I'm reading some of these comments, by the way. Can't remember the guy's name, but apologies for abusing Man U because it was an old rivalry going back. But yeah, that Liverpool team are the one I can't stand the most. As they were asking,
Mono, I'm the same. Don't worry about it. I've been abused by Liverpool fans. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't start more so after the game recently and the rubbish that was printed in the Liverpool Echo about Forest fans. But you get that all the time from them, don't you? But no, getting back to it, look, I love Forest. I try to be positive. I'm also a little bit realistic about where we're at. And like I quote the Oracle, Kevin Campbell, we're not going to stay up based on what we do at Old Trafford or away from home. It's our home fixtures. Yeah. I go to every away game in hope, more of an expectation now. And that's not to be negative, just I hope it's going to be our day because we've got good players and on their day they can compete with anyone. At home, I've got more of an expectation to pick up points and wins. So I'm going to Old Trafford tomorrow. To be fair, I'm going up. I love Manchester as a city. It's my second favourite city in the UK. I'm going up there for a couple of days, to be fair, with the family and whatnot. I'm going to go to the game in hope of picking something up, see how we go. A lot's going to depend on coming out of traps, players that have been rested for the last few weeks. Obviously, people coming back from the World Cup. Freuler was superb at the World Cup. These Man U fans say we're being overconfident, talking absolute garbage. Listen to what we're saying. We go in there in hope rather than expectation.
Exactly.
If we get something out of it. I went down to Brighton. That's probably my favourite away game this season in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because what I am looking forward to, though, is I'm sorry, Manx, but is it 75,000? So we 72,000 people getting embarrassingly outsung by 3,000 Reds because we know that's going to happen.
That's why I said to Maisie, it's a fate of silence because I don't know. Did you go to the under 18s final? I don't know if you did.
No, I didn't. I watched it, heard it. Yeah,
I went to the under 18 final, and I know it's completely different to the league. And Forest fans just sang the whole 90 minutes, and every time the only time the Man U fans sang is I think when they scored the first goal, and.
They're always like that anyway. They haven't got any songs.
Sorry, Maisie. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your club. I'm just saying what I see.
I understand what you're saying, and I think when it does come to the unders and even the women's team as well, it's completely different because I went to Old Trafford myself for the women's game. I even said it to Door backstage that there was no atmosphere. They even hired a band, which I was angry about because when you're at Old Trafford, you rely on your atmosphere, and the fact you hired a band and you're playing Sweet Caroline, that's not Manchester United. I was absolutely livid at the end of it, but I agree. I think it is definitely completely different. To be honest, a lot of the Manchester United fan base annoys me. Massively annoys me. It's the way they get fit, the way they want to, the way they are with the players, and also when I mentioned about Jesse Lingard in the chat, that he was disrespected by a lot of Manchester United, and I agree because he did have a lot of memories at Manchester United. He come as a young boy. He helped us win the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. Them little moments, what people don't recognise, he was there. And I met Jesse Lingard before. I've got him on 3 of my shirts. He was my favourite player when he was at Manchester United. I absolutely loved him. I think for me, it's just more that they care more about the trophies. Like, that's why they like Mourinho over Ten Hag, because Mourinho has more trophies. And they think Ten Hag's a failure. Even if he wins the Premier League, he's a failure. I already want him out. He doesn't play Johnny. If they want him sacked. They drop Ronaldo. They want him sacked. And it's just the little things like that what really annoys me about our fan base. And I can see why a lot of other fan bases don't like Manchester United fans with the way they behave in general.
Yeah, it's deep rooted. Can I just answer, because I don't know, maybe I need to come with subtitles or something. Barnesy, mate, who keeps sending the messages, you're not listening. I know we're probably not going to get a point. I've said to you one more time, maybe you need to get a dictionary. I'm going there tomorrow in hoping that everything will click into place. United will have an off day and we'll get something out of it. But that is not my expectation. You don't understand that. Switch off and go and listen to a load of cockneys because you're like your Man U friends. Okay, you're not getting it, are you, Barnesy, mate? Yeah, I'm not trying to insult anything, but I couldn't be clearer. United are obviously a far, far further ahead than Forest are. I don't know how old you are, mate, but think back 25, 30 years. We used to go up there and spank you all the time. But anyway, later. Sorry, it was just annoying me because you're not listening.
Yeah, let's put it in context. Man U are the favourites to win this. 100%. 100%. And we're not going to say, oh, Forest can go there and take off 3 points. We're not saying that because we scored 1 goal away from home. It's not, and it's
almost like a cup match for us, isn't it?
Exactly, it's like a cup match. People, if you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new, and like I said, comment below, people. What is your prediction for tomorrow's game? And look at Kieran's comment. Molo activating is to win. We're going to win.
That's
Stop
the attitude I like to hear.
I love it,
I am like that now.
You're top mate, Kieran. I'm never negative. I'm always want to whip Forest win, but we've got to be in context on everything. Right, let's talk about these two players. And I'm asking you, Ella, ex-Man U player, Jesse Lingard. Everyone's talking about him. Do you think he'll be geared up? Because I think I've read the article. Like I said, Man U, he had a bad 12 months at United. So do you think he's geared up for this game tomorrow, El?
Yeah, I think so. I think Jesse Lingard, what's really nice to see, and sort of linking to what you've been saying, Maisie, about Man United fans, with all due respect, I have to say Man United fans, if they were to adopt a bit more of the Forest mindset, I'm sorry to say it, don't get me, or don't really care, then I think you would do a lot better off, because it is a very negative fan base. And you just look at things Jesse Lingard has been saying and how he felt towards the end of his time there, and he loved it, but and how what's his face? Why have I forgotten his name? Henderson, and can't believe I forgot his name for a second now. Oh my god! And I think if Man United fans were to get behind the players as much as we do and stop being so negative, Barnesy, all over social media and toxic and mean, just be nice to each other, man. And I think Jesse Lingard will be ready because Forest fans, we back him, we adore him, and he adores us. I love Jesse Lingard now. I mean, I always did. I always thought he was great, but I have a newfound love and respect for him. I think he's fantastic. I love how much he loves our club. I love how the passion and energy he has. I just think he's brilliant. He's going to go into this ready to show he's a new man. He is after what he's been through, which he spoke about on his documentary. He's a new man, and you can see it. He's bouncing. He's ready to go, and he's ready to show Man U what he's got. And he's got a lot. I'm very excited to see him tomorrow.
Jesse Lingard, if you're watching this, Ellie's not trying to flirt with you. She's just trying to get to a point. That's what it is. A bit old. Just what I told you, Jesse. Just like it's
he's
okay.
Played really well. Though. I think what people won't realise after obviously a slow start, and anyone who's played the game at any level and followed the game knows you can't sit on a bench for a year and then come straight in and change things around, especially in a brand new team. He looks a business now, doesn't he? The last few games, he tore Tottenham a new one, didn't he, in the Carabao Cup just before the World Cup. I know it was only, to be fair to Blackburn, they made a lot of changes, but he still took them apart. Amazing, absolutely. I'm very very positive about what he'll do. I'm not saying we're going to go there and win the game, you know that. But I think I'm hoping he gets a bit of love from Man U fans because he did a lot for that club over the years, and he took a lot unnecessarily, and he was happy to be a squad player for quite a long time, trying to break his way into a team, and he reached a point, didn't he, where it was time to move on. And fair play to him. I'm with Ellie on that. I think he's ready to go, and I hope he gets the love he deserves.
I've got a super chat. I've got from Spesh, £4.49. Spesh, thank you for the Christmas money. Hi everyone, Merry Christmas. I fancy it's a 2-2 draw. Come on, you Red. I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
I don't think it's that impossible, you know. I think it's possible. And I don't believe in winnable games, as you know. I say this very publicly. People laugh at me for it. Just remember what happened last season is what I'm going to say. But if we play how we can play, how we know we can play, every game is a winnable game. It's not about you can't look. If you look at a side and decide you're going to lose, you're going to lose. You can't go in thinking like that. You have to go in thinking, I can beat this man. I can score these goals. I can defend against Rashford. I can stop this from happening. I could win. And I think it could, in theory, happen. And Barnsley, respectfully, please be nice and quiet because we're no, he can come. You can get me because I'm going to say I think there will be goals scored. We're going to concede. I'll say that much. But we've got Jono. We've got players that can score. And you give us a break, magic can happen. And who says that we can't come? Who says we can't win?
We are due. We are due to be a bit more. We haven't been clinical, have we? We have started playing quite well at times, and we haven't. We should have buried Tottenham 5 or 6, shouldn't we? Yeah, obviously, and Blackburn. That could have been out of sight by half time. It's taking those. History Channel again. Oh yeah. Do you remember when you retained the European Cup, Barnsley? Oh no, because you never have.
Mono, why are you getting triggered? Why, Mono? He's not getting triggered. He's getting triggered. People in the comments, tell Mono to calm. He's getting triggered. He doesn't get triggered. Spec, thank you for the £4.49, people. Spec, a happy New Year and a happy Christmas to you. I'm gonna look for the comments as well. This is from Eve. We win 2-1 tomorrow. Yates Johnson will score the first. Lingard will score the winner, and we've done the deal, baby. That's that. Yeah, that's what it does. Yeah, whatever you do. Yeah.
What are you doing?
It is. I want. You know what? I want. If he scores tomorrow, I want him to do some special dance at Old Trafford and I want to see. I want to see Maisie's face like this. Like this. So Maisie, if you do get upset tomorrow, Maisie, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to question for. I'm going to ask you. No, let me ask my new question. What about Lingard, Maisie? Like, what do you think about as a Man U fan? What do you think about the things he's done at Forest so far?
I think when he first came, it was a little bit shaky. But at the same time, you had a lot of players coming in. That's obviously no fault for your own. You've had a lot of outgoings and as well as a lot of ingoings. And I think it took a little bit of a time for him to adapt because he was great under West Ham. He come back to Man United. He could have gone to Newcastle and it was just one of them big, massive spirals. But he's really getting into the game. I know he's played in a few different positions as a 10 and as a winger as well for Forest this season. And I think for me, I actually think he was a very good signing for Nottingham Forest. And the reason why I think that is you've recently got promoted in and he's got tons of Premier League experience. And I think when you're coming into the Premier League after so many years, you need that player who, because at this moment in time, he's in his prime years. You want a player who's in the prime years or just about to hit the prime with that bit of experience and also leadership traits as well, because he does have the leadership traits in him. So he is definitely getting a lot better. I know he scored recently. Didn't he score against Blackburn, I believe? Blackburn. Yeah, so what I think he's going to definitely be up against Manchester United, no doubt about that. If he scores, maybe. But I think he definitely deserves a good reception at Manchester United after everything he's done. I like him. I really rate him. And Probably not all the fan base will say it, but I do wish him all the best. Who I've seen for a long time, and I literally got him on my shirt on the first ever season. He came in Man United with a number 35, got it signed and everything. I'm a bit of a Jesse Lingard fan myself, so I wish all the players the best. The ones who deserve the best, of course, the ones who were betrayals, no, but the ones that people like Lingard deserves to continue and have a good career.
100%. We're going to go through the score predictions in a minute, people. Like the time is running out. But ask a question. This is for Molo or Ellie. This is from, where is it? Where is that question? From Justin. Oh, it is Justin. There it is, Justin. Do we start Sturridge or Tarawani tomorrow? Molo, or you go first.
Is that what I think we should do, or what I think will happen?
What do you think will happen? What do you think? What would you do?
I think assuming Gibbs White's not ready.
People in the comments as well, get involved. Who would you start out of Sturridge or Tarawani?
Assuming Gibbs White's not 100%, and I don't know that, then Awoniyi, because for whatever reason, and there must be reasons that we don't know about at the training ground. Sturridge doesn't seem to be the guy that Steve Cooper likes to start with, does he? He tends to like to bring him off the bench, because every time he comes off the bench, he's had an impact, hasn't he? He's a we know he can finish, but his all-round play's been pretty good. But I'd say Awoniyi, or if Gibbs White's fit, I'd go with that false nine thing, whatever you call it now. But that front three of Lingard, Gibbs White, and Jono, because they were in those last couple of games before the World Cup, they were really starting to buzz. And I think, I might be wrong here, but I think Lingard's got, is it 3 assists and 2 goals in the last 2 or 3 games?
Yep.
Having had none up to that point. So he's just suddenly crashed into form. What do you think, Ellie?
What do you think, Ellie?
I think, personally, Awoniyi is he's a bit of a madness. I'm not going to lie. He'll play the game and you'll be watching it getting really frustrated that, oh my goodness, what is he doing? And then he'll just go and score a fantastic goal out of nowhere, having had, respectfully, a terrible game up until that point. And you look at it and you're like, I don't think he's very good. And then he went and scored that goal, but then he scored that goal, so he is clearly quite good. And at the end of the day, if you're scoring goals, that's how you win. That's as simple as it is.
He just looks so raw, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Still, I don't want to be horrible, because I think he's got loads of potential. But I noticed the Blackburn game in the first half, door, while you was watching or listening on the radio, unfortunately.
Please don't.
Ronaldo put in some really good crosses that, respectfully, a centre forward should have been getting across his man and finishing. And I was reading some absolute guff about, Jono's crossing's been terrible. I'm thinking, if I'm putting in crosses like that, I want my centre forward getting on the end of some of them at least.
Quite a lot. I think there were 2.
He's that little bit of movement and stuff, and that can come because he's still young and he's raw and he's definitely strong, but he's just inconsistent, isn't he? It's that thing. That's why I think he might go if they're all fit. That front three without a proper centre forward, because of the pace and movement.
To be fair, that front three, if like say they're all fit, that is what I would choose. But between Sturridge and Awoniyi, as much as Awoniyi can score fantastic goals, I think what we have been lacking a lot going forward is that when we've not been clinical. We can create a lot of chances, but at the end of the day, you win by scoring the goals. So if you have one chance all match and you score from that, you've still won, assuming you keep a clean sheet. So, and Sturridge can do that. Sturridge, really, he might not quite have the legs that Awoniyi does, and to be fair, I don't know what happens with his legs, but Sturridge, I think I personally, over the 2, for what we've got at the moment, I do love Sturridge, and I would like to see him get some more time, but like we say, in Cooper we trust, he knows something we don't.
100%.
So
100%. Right, before we get score pictures, everyone, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. I'll be going to Old Trafford tomorrow, so if everyone sees me at Old Trafford, get your score predictions. These 2 will be at Old Trafford tomorrow. Make sure everyone doesn't mob Elle, because now she's popular everywhere. So everyone stay. Maisie is now going tomorrow.
Yes, I am going to Old Trafford. Yes,
I'm taking credit for that, people. I'm not going to say why she's going.
Okay, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I was meant to be going to the Burnley game, but I didn't in the end. So looking forward to it, that's for sure.
Yes. Right. So people in the comments, what is your score prediction for tomorrow's game? Let me ask Ellie, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
I would like to say I'm going to be very positive because I always am. And I'm going to say 2-1 Forest. And I think...
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying
Yeah,
nothing.
I'm going to... Yeah, you know what happens when you disagree with me.
I'm not saying nothing. I don't listen to people. If you know, you know. I don't say nothing. When Ellie says we got out of her mouth, I keep my mouth shut. Maisie, you might be like deluded to what Ellie's saying. Just don't get involved. Just don't agree with her. Don't disagree with her. Don't say nothing. That's all. That's all. That's all it is.
I do hold a grudge. I
Yeah,
remember.
people
And I
comment.
film it. And I will reply
The real DoreOnTour fans will know when Ellie says something, just don't say nothing. Right. Next up, Molo. What's your score prediction?
Man. Can I just stick to my prediction pre-season, which was we're going to reach the Carabao Cup final. I'm not saying anything else. Barnsley, mate, if you don't win, you need to be embarrassed. I love that Ellie says 2-1. That doubles our away goal output.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the start of a new season almost, isn't it?
Christmas miracle.
We do, wasn't it about? It was about this time of year when we smashed them 4-0, wasn't it, at Old Trafford, or when Psycho smashed in that 30-yarder. It was just before Christmas a few years back.
2-1. Was it 2-1?
Yeah. No, 1-0. Psycho's 30-yarder. That was 91.
Oh yeah. Stan Collymore. Well, Stan Collymore
was one, and I think it was Colin Cooper, wasn't it, or Stuart Pearce,
something like that.
Yeah. I've got many happy memories of Old Trafford. So whatever happens, I have a good day. Hopefully, I got a meal booked in at Hotel Football. So give Gary Neville a bit of cash because he hasn't got enough from Qatar.
Oh, days.
Not at all. I'm not predicting the actual game, but it's going to be 5-0. It's all right, Barnes. I've seen us lose 5-0 before when Norman Whiteside broke Chris Fairclough's leg and put him out for about a year. But we expect that. The ref didn't even give a free kick, as I remember. But don't worry about it, Barnesy, mate. I hope you have a safe trip up from London because there's no trains, is there?
Oh,
enjoy.
London Chester United. That's what I call them. Maisie, what's your score prediction?
On my prediction show, I initially predicted 2-0 for Man United, but knowing that we haven't got our defence fully fit, I think that we will end up conceding. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Manchester United, although it could change. Because at the end of the day, Forest has got more players who's more refreshed than us, so it's going to be an interesting one. It can go either way, but I'm going to go 2-1 to United. I think we're going to concede now anyway, so yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a confidence.
So Varane and Martinez fit now, I thought I read earlier.
No, they're not playing. They won't play.
Martinez isn't back. He hasn't been back in training. He's still in Argentina after the World Cup win. Varane's supposed to be back fit. Maguire's not fit. Well done. I'm happy. We're supposed to have Lindelof as a centre-back, but then people are saying Dallow's not fit, and if he's not fit, maybe we might have to play Wan-Bissaka, or we'll have to put Malacia on the right. So I don't know what's going to happen there.
Do you think Garnacho will play?
Pardon?
Think Garnacho will play?
I think he'll probably come on as a substitute, to be honest. Because Anthony's back in training now, so I think Anthony will probably start, and then they'll put Garnacho as the substitute for Anthony, in my opinion. I think it'll probably be a front three of Rashford, Martial up top, and then we've got Anthony on the right.
Right, people. I think we've gone over time, but I do appreciate the legend Ellie and Molo calling my channel, and another legend in Maisie calling my channel as well. And before you go, do a massive favor for me. If you do, subscribe to all our channels. Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 11K before the end of the year. Make sure everyone subscribe to Molo and Ellie. To me, well, it's Ellie's channel most of the time. Ellie's most of the channel. Yeah, she's done all when she was at Kuwait, whatever way it was, where she was, Qatar, where she was. Make sure she's done loads of vlogs. David Beckham's on it. The real Cafu's on it. People go on.
Follow the ball.
You've on the ball. Make sure everyone go and watch that as well. So please make sure everyone subscribe to Ellie's channel, and make sure everyone subscribe to Maisie. Her link's in the title as well. So make sure everyone's go and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Right.
Tell
People-
Barnesy, mate, to come and buy me a beer in Hotel Football before the game.
You,
I'll have my meal.
Marlo's got rattled by it. You've got rattled. Absolutely
rattled.
rattled. You got rattled. Ellie, and your auntie got rattled. He's got rattled, hasn't he?
I get rattled by him.
Before we do go, I've got a member to the channel. Thank you, Chris, for being a member. If you can do a massive favor, because can you message me on Twitter or email me, and I appreciate for being a member. If you do want to be a member, people, it only costs £2.99 a month. So if you do vlogs, members do get the lot of vlogs in early. So please do as well. So Chris, thank you for being a member to the channel as well. So if you can message me. Right, I'm gonna get going, people. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Marlo. Thank you, Maisie, for coming on my channel. People, I'll be at Old Trafford tomorrow. I might bring my blanket because you won't hear much from Man United fans. I know there's a lot from Manchester, from London. They'll be travelling all the way from Manchester. And Man United fans, before we do go, stop calling us not Forest, because I've seen a few people call us not Forest, and we're not Nottingham Forest. We're Nottingham Forest. So pipe down and shut up. Right.
We're the biggest club in our city.
Exactly. You tell them. You tell them. Right, people, I'm going to go. Thank you for coming up. The review show will be on what day? What day is it today?
Monday.
The
Sunday.
review show will be on a Wednesday, people. That'll be 9 o'clock. That'll be with me, Stairs. Who else is on there? Glenn, Swin as well, people. So please watch out for that. That'll be at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday. So please watch out. Right. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Marlo. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Maisie. See you tomorrow, people. And hopefully, Forest can shock people at the theatre of silence. Peace and love up the Forest.